They wanted me broken, shattered beyond repair. They wanted to see me begging on my knees, pleading for mercy I knew they'd never grant. Their betrayal was supposed to crush me, bury me beneath the rubble of despair, and extinguish every spark of hope. But what they never understood was that beneath my battered skin, beneath every scar, every wound, and every silent scream, lay a strength that no amount of cruelty could ever destroy. Pain didn't break me, it reshaped me. Betrayal didn't weaken me, it freed me. Abandonment didn't destroy me, it taught me to rely on no one but myself. Every scar became proof of survival, every wound a lesson in resilience, every betrayal a reminder to trust no one. They pushed me into darkness, believing I'd lose myself in its depths. They never realized that in darkness I found clarity. In solitude I discovered my true strength. I was not forged from comfort, not molded from kindness. I was shaped by storms, tempered by flames, and hardened by battles fought alone. They stripped away everything I once cherished, leaving me raw, exposed, vulnerable. Yet from that emptiness emerged something fierce, relentless, and unstoppable. A version of me that terrified them. Not because I had become a monster, but because I had become powerful beyond their control. Now they whisper my name with trembling voices, afraid of the force they created. They call me heartless, ruthless, dangerous. Perhaps they're right, but they forget. It was their own cruelty that sharpened my edges, their own betrayal that hardened my heart, their own fear that gave me purpose. They meant to destroy me, but all they did was forge a weapon stronger than their worst nightmares. They taught me that mercy is weakness, compassion is vulnerability, trust is a weapon wielded by the betrayer. So I learned to thrive without them. I learned to walk through fire without flinching, endure pain without breaking, and fight battles without fear. They believed I'd come crawling back, begging forgiveness. Instead, I rose, unbending, unbreakable, unyielding. I no longer seek acceptance, approval, or comfort from others. I've outgrown the need to please, the desire to belong. Their hatred is irrelevant, their opinions insignificant. I owe them nothing, not kindness, not forgiveness, not a second chance. They chose their side when they abandoned me. Now they'll live with the consequences of watching me thrive without them. I've become the thing they fear most, the embodiment of resilience, the manifestation of relentless strength. Every attempt to silence me has only made my voice louder. Every attempt to diminish me has only increased my power. They fear me because I embody everything they could never become. Strength in solitude, power in defiance, victory in perseverance. I've stared into darkness, and darkness blinked first. I faced pain, and pain surrendered. I confronted fear, and fear stepped aside. I'm no longer bound by their rules, limited by their judgments, or weakened by their hatred. I've transcended the human need for acceptance, risen above the chains of their petty expectations, and emerged as a force beyond their comprehension. I stand now, scarred yet undefeated, hated yet empowered, abandoned yet utterly free. Their betrayal was not my downfall, it was my awakening. and as they watch helplessly from the shadows, they finally understand their greatest mistake. They underestimated someone who found strength not in spite of pain, but because of it. They tried to bury me, not realizing I was a seed. And now, I have become the storm they can't escape, the fire they cannot extinguish, the monster they cannot control. They wanted to break me, but instead, they created something unstoppable. Now I move with the weight of every battle I've survived, and the silence of every scream I never let them hear. I am no longer made of flesh and softness. I am made of iron and fire. I am the consequence they never saw coming. The reckoning they thought they could outrun. You don't look at me now and see someone who needs saving. You look at me and see someone who doesn't need anyone at all. Let that terrify you. I don't walk into rooms looking for a place to belong. I own the ground I step on. I don't beg to be seen. I make it impossible to look away. Every name you called me, I carved into stone. Every time you doubted me, I added fuel to the fire. You don't realize it yet, but everything you did to break me, you handed me the blueprints for my evolution, and I used them ruthlessly. You thought I was quiet because I was weak. I was quiet because I was building, planning, becoming. And now that I've arrived, there's no more silence. Only the thunder of footsteps you can't stop and the blaze of a will you'll never bend. You can hate me. You can curse my name until your throat bleeds. You can gather in your corners and tell your lies. But you will never again own a single piece of me. You lost that right when you tried to shatter me. You failed. Now all that's left is the fallout. Let them call me a villain. Let them brand me a monster. If being unbreakable makes me a monster, then I'll wear that title like a crown. Because the truth is, I didn't become this way by accident. I was forced into this fire, and I chose to rise from it. Not crawling, not limping, but standing tall with flames in my lungs and steel in my spine. They wanted to see me fail so badly that they forgot what I was capable of when I have nothing left to lose. That's what makes me dangerous. I've already burned. There's no fear left, no hesitation. Nothing they can take from me that I haven't already survived without. This world bows to those who do not flinch, and I don't even blink. So let them try again. Let them sharpen their daggers and come for me with everything they've got. I've faced worse. I've been worse. I've looked destruction in the eye and smiled because it saw itself in me. I don't walk away from war. I become it, and when the dust settles, I won't be standing in the ruins. I'll be standing above them, unshaken, unforgiven, unstoppable. Not because I was chosen, not because I was lucky, because I chose this, I built this, and nothing they say, nothing they do will ever be enough to tear it down. They created a fire to burn me alive. Instead, they built me a kingdom on fire.